All right. Hey, good afternoon or good morning, everyone. Keith Hawken here with Top Producer with another Facebook Live event today, covering recent Top Producer X updates. Hope everyone's having an awesome week. Really excited to be here and kind of share progress that we're making. There's a lot of things that have kind of happened over the last couple of weeks with big launches and small as well, that all are about adding more value and creating a tool that is going to help you guys be more successful in your business in a day-to-day perspective. So really excited to be here. Enjoy doing these. I hope you guys got a lot out of these. So that being said, I want to kind of kick it off. So last week, Warren and Nick did a great job kind of covering, in my mind, a really, really big update. And actually, before we jump into the content, just want to confirm, I always like to test our technology, is can everyone see me waving, and can you hear me? So before I go any further, I just want to confirm that technology is behaving today. So if you guys can just type in the comments that you guys can see me and you can hear me, that would be great. And then we'll get started. One confirmation. All right, Joseph, thanks. Welcome. All right, we got a confirmation. You guys can see me and hear me. Awesome. All right, so kind of wanted to, before we talk about some of the new things that have come out this week, I want to kind of recap last week. And hey, welcome, Kimberly. Thanks for confirming that. Welcome, Shelly. Thank you. Is last week, Nick and Warren kind of covered one of my favorite features in Top Producer X, which is the new email integration. And so I want to kind of recap that and kind of discuss it again. So I'm just by curiosity, how many of you attended last week's Facebook Live and are aware of the new email features in Top Producer X? You can just make a comment, and just curious of how many of you had a chance to review the new email features before we go through it. Awesome, John. All right, great. So looks like a few of you have. So really what this is about is, look, email is something we all use every single day. It's a form of communication that you use to communicate, with your clients back and forth. And there's many different reasons. You might do it for follow-up. You might do it to talk about a transaction. You might do it for, just general sharing of information, market trends, whatever. So, the other thing too is, everyone here probably has their own email address, their own email account. It could be Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail. And because Top Producer is your CRM, how do we bring all that together? And that's really what the team has been focused on, is giving you a really powerful email capabilities inside of Top Producer X. And so what those capabilities are focused on is, one, a complete communication history of every interaction you have with your clients, the ability to quickly compose email from within Top Producer, track email. This is important. If you send a client an email, are they actually looking at it? And another thing too, which we don't really discuss very often, is email deliverability. Right? This is a problem that you face. Is your email being delivered? So those were kind of like the big four things that the Top Producer team really tackled when we went about creating the new email platform inside of Top Producer X. So what does that look like? The first one is Top Producer. You can now connect Top Producer to any email account. So it doesn't matter. It can be Gmail, it can be Hotmail, Yahoo, Outlook, whatever mail server you have. You just go into the email integration section of Top Producer X and add your email address, and it'll walk you through setting it up. So if you haven't done this, I would highly recommend everyone go in, connect your email account to Top Producer X. Honestly, the setup is pretty seamless, and you're just basically authorizing Top Producer to access your mail account. Once you do that, you're all set up and you're ready to go. So what does that look like? Once you've connected it, you will now be able to send email through Top Producer X, and there's a couple of benefits to that. One is, if you have multiple email accounts, so you're not limited to one. So if you have a Gmail email account, if you have a Yahoo email account, you have a Hotmail, or whatever it might be, you can connect all of those into your Top Producer X account. Once you do that, you'll be able to select which account, from any contact in your database, who you want to send it to. So if you have 1,000 contacts, you just kind of type in, if you want to send me an email, you type Keith, and anyone that's Keith in your database will show up. You'll be able to send from all those accounts. And the one real big benefit you gain is when you send that email from Top Producer X, is that email will be tracked. So any emails you send to your clients from within Top Producer X will be tracked. So what that means is you'll be able to tell it, did they open it, did they not, was it delivered? That's a big benefit. The other thing too is when you send an email from Top Producer X, it's coming from you. It's coming from your mail server. It's not coming from ours, which is going to increase the deliverability of that email. The other thing that you'll also notice is when you do send that email from Top Producer X, if you went into your mail, like let's see, I use Google, love Google, Gmail. You'll be able to go into your Gmail account and actually see all of those messages in your sent items. So that's a huge benefit for you. The next thing when it comes to email is, so let me kind of go back here. So the other thing too with the email, and I'll probably, if I have time, I'll give you guys a quick demo of it at the end of this is, so first thing, set up your email. I'll go through it at the end and give you guys a demo as well. Before I move on to the next topic, is there any questions about the email integration, the new email platform within Top Producer X? So I'm just going to pause for a quick moment. If you have questions, please feel free to type them into the chat, and we'll be happy to answer them live on the stream today. So while you guys are typing away, I'm going to kind of move on here. So the next thing I want to talk about is search. So this actually came out this week. We launched a couple of iterative releases of the search functionality within Top Producer X. And what's unique about this is search is obviously a way for you to kind of sort through and figure out who you need to call. Maybe you want to call your buyers, your past clients, your sphere of influence. There's many different ways of how we categorize our database. And what's cool about the way we built Top Producer X is if you were to log in there today, go to any contact list, you can just click on the tags from within that screen. So you actually don't need to go and do search where typing in buyer or going up to a search feature and then kind of figuring it out, which is the way it kind of works today. You just go in and you can just click on a tag. So if you're looking at your home screen, which is what we're showing here, you'll be able to just go in, click on buyer, and all your buyers will show up. You click on seller, all of your sellers will show up. And it's a real quick and easy way for you to sort through your database and filter down to a certain audience or a certain group of people that you're trying to focus on, right? Maybe you've set a goal today that says, you know what, I'm going to follow up with all of my past clients, or I'm going to follow up with 5. Whatever it might be, you can just click on past client and all your past clients will show up. And so that was something that came out today. Super easy to use. If you haven't had a chance, I highly recommend everyone log in to Top Producer X and try out the new search feature for contact types. The next addition here is if you want to search for multiple, right? So I talked about how if you just click on buyer or seller or sphere of influence, you'll see those. You can then at the same time add additional criteria where maybe you want to see everyone that is a buyer in your sphere of influence, or everyone that's a buyer in Las Vegas, Nevada, because that's a group you have. There's many different ways of how you might want to look at that, but you can also do multiple search as well. So if you just want to pull up everyone that's in multiple groups, you can do that as well. And you would do that kind of where you see it on my screen up in the search bar, where you'd add a comma and then the second group. So those are a couple of new releases that have happened this week. I'm just going to take, so Fred asked, really good question, is if you delete the email in say your Gmail, will it be removed in the history? So the answer is yes. So if you physically actually delete that email, which we typically don't do. So today, if you look at Gmail, you typically archive everything. Storage is free. A lot of these mail accounts now don't really require you to delete anything, but if you actually did delete it, it would be gone from the history. And that would be the case for every platform. So we're basically pulling in emails that are on your mail server or mail account. Got it? So yeah, Fred, really great question. I would get in the habit, to be honest with you, I mentioned earlier, is space is cheap. And I would just get in the habit of archiving things and not deleting it, especially if you want a record of it. And I would assume, Fred, if it's something super important, you're probably not going to delete it. So either way, really great question. Kimberly asked, does it give you a count of how many are in said category? So great question. It does not, to my knowledge, today give you a count. But that is a really good suggestion, Kimberly. So we will definitely note that down as a possible iterative release of the search. How many people are actually in that category? Great question. I actually have confirmation that we will be adding it. So there you go. So not yet, but coming soon. Fantastic. Okay. So we talked about the new search by groups. I love it. Again, log in and just be able to go to your home screen when you log in and click on a couple of groups and you see how that search feature works. Super easy to use, very user friendly. And then a tiny tweak. This was actually feedback from you guys. And look, we've really enjoyed, the fact that you guys have joined us on this journey of making TPX, the best CRM in the industry and one that you guys want. At the end of the day, this is a product that you guys are helping build with us. It's a partnership with you. Your guys' feedback has been nothing but valuable. And this was a feedback from, one of our clients, Bill, and the new TPX under contact entry, when you enter a notice displayed in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, does not state the date the note was made. It says 5 days ago. So we actually did a little release this week, and now all notes are dated. It's small, but again, it shows how, the feedback you guys are providing are helping us make, it doesn't matter how big or small feedback is, it all matters. And this is something that, we did based on your feedback. So again, feedback is super critical. You guys are part of this journey with us, and we do take your feedback very seriously. So thank you for that. And Bill, if you're on here, thank you. Really good feedback. So, look, we are on this journey. This is just the beginning. There is a lot that we have coming. I mean, just this week alone, if you look at the last pretty much 2 weeks, launched the whole new email platform, new search capabilities, plus a bunch of minor things that maybe didn't show up for you, but will have an impact. So things are fast and furious here at Top Producer. Lots of great things coming. Keep the feedback coming. Again, get in there and play with, Top Producer X. These features that I just showed you today are available to you now. Just log in at crm.topproducer.com. If you haven't logged into TPX at all, I highly recommend you do so. And with that being said, I'm going to pause and just see if there's any questions you guys have about TPX or Top Producer in general. So this is, collaborative session. So if you guys have questions, comments, this is your chance to ask me. So I'll pause for a minute and see. All right, so I'm gonna take that as oh, so actually, as I was about to start, so Kim asked, can I export contacts by type? Not yet, but I know that is something that will be coming very, very soon. All right, now you guys got lots of questions. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, Kim, expect the export. That isn't there yet, but it will be coming soon. Kelly, if you are using Top Producer 8i, you can also start using Top Producer X. So you can use them together. You don't have to switch. You can actually just log in and with your current username and password at crm.topproducer.com. And let's give me a minute here. So yeah, so Kelly, you just log in at crm.topproducer.com, use your current username and Top Producer username and password, and all your contacts will be there. You don't actually have to switch. You can use both. So you can go in and actually start experiencing the new version of Top Producer today. Let me pause here. So Barb asked, in the coming soon, it says calendar. Isn't there one now? The calendar is coming very shortly. So it is not on production yet, but will be coming very, very soon. So Barb, stay tuned. That one is in the very near future. Okay, so Joseph asked, will template libraries, including the custom ones that we have made in Top Producer 8i, be moving to Top Producer X soon? We will be moving a bunch of our templates into the new email platform. So there's kind of a yes and no. Yes, we're going to be adding fresher, modern templates, but not every template that we have in Top Producer. And Joseph, in terms of custom ones, let me follow up on that one. I do not have an answer. So that's a great question and one that I will take away from. All right, so Bill's comment, I know after the convention 8i will continue so we can work both as we progress. Correct. Yes, Bill, Top Producer 8i is not going away. You will have a choice if you want to use Top Producer 8i, Top Producer X, or both. That's really up to personal preference, but it's not going away. All right. Deborah says, having trouble with my personal email showing in Top Producer 8i. It is an IMAP account, and it used to show up, but no longer is. Deborah, you just have to go in and reconnect. I would recommend you contact our support team, and we can help you do that. And I would highly recommend you also do that in Top Producer X if you have not already done. All right. Barb also mentioned same with listing code. I feel like I've used that feature already in 8i, not in X. Correct. Not in X today. Want to be clear, Top Producer X is not final yet. This is in progress. We're bringing you guys along with the development cycle, so lots to be done still. Good comments today. You guys are on fire. I love it. Yeah, no, Kelly, I mean, you're right. We don't want you to have to maintain both. The good news is you don't actually have to maintain both. Whatever you do in one is available in the other. Look, there will be a point when you will realize that you'll be able to spend all your time in Top Producer X and you won't go back to 8. So that's the goal. Joseph, very welcome. Yeah, guys, great questions. Really good. So look, again, you guys can use both, which is really the way we've built this. Is you can log in to TPX, and you can also log into Top Producer 8i. So, and whatever work you do in the other is available in the other. So you don't have to worry about maintaining two systems. They are sharing the same data set. And again, it's up to your personal preference at this stage. There's a lot that Top Producer X does that you're going to love, especially with the new email, the text capabilities, some of that stuff at this stage that is not available in 8i. So again, you have the ability to kind of use both. And there will be a point when you may say, you know what, I don't really need to go back to Top Producer 8i. All right. All right. You guys are having some really good questions today. I love it. So Barb says, will you be able to log in and have an assistant logged in at the same time on another computer? Cannot now with 8i. That is still the same way, Barb, as Top Producer 8i. That has not changed. All right. So first off, everyone, thanks for taking time today. I hope you guys appreciate the updates. Again, the team is committed to delivering a fantastic product to you guys. Again, if you have feedback, the best way to get your feedback heard is in Top Producer X. There's a little feedback button on the bottom left corner, and just click that button, give us your feedback, and we'll be happy to we read every piece of feedback. So can't guarantee everything gets done, but there's a lot of the feedback you guys have given us we've actually implemented relatively. Yeah, Tanya, you're correct. Barb, you can always get an additional user for your assistant. That's what I have, so we can both be on the same time. Yep. Love it when you guys are answering the questions. That's fantastic. All right, everyone. Well, until next week, everyone have a great rest of your week. And thank you for taking time today. And again, this will be recorded, so this will be available on our Facebook page if you want to rewatch the session today. And everyone have a great rest of your week. Thank you.